Cool. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking time out on a Sunday afternoon to join us. Today, we have a very interesting proposition by Prerna, who's the founder and CEO of Daalchini, here with us. They are here to, talk to us more about Daalchini, which is India's largest smart vending machines, which are available 24 cross 7, and they are upwards of 100 crore revenue already. The founders are early employees of Paytm, including Prerna, and they are seasoned background from IIT, IIM, and IMT Ghaziabad. So yeah, without further ado, I will let Prerna take over and talk us through the offering, and then later we'll have Q&A.
Thank you for having us on this and connecting us to valuable.
Prerna, your volume is very low. Like, can you increase the volume?
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you very much for connecting us to this valuable set of investors. Hi, everyone. I'm Prerna Kalra, founder of Daalchini. Daalchini is India's largest vending machine company today. Today, we have 2,000 plus vending machines across 60 plus cities in India. And we started this venture in 2017 with a very small motive initially to set up these smart vending machines which can provide 6 meals a day combination to everyone. So we were the pioneers in India for the fresh food vending machine. So when we started in 2017, we started with vending machines which were dispensing everything from samosa to vada pav to methi parathas from the vending machine. The idea was that for everyday office goers and people working in corporates, factories, hospitals, colleges, affordable meals, especially the quick meals, were not that available instant, right? Or they were available but not available at high quality. So with our vending machines, they'll be able to get instant food items, and that too 24 cross 7. So that was the whole intent then when we started in 2017. Over a period of time, we have developed technology which can now cater to anything, anytime, anywhere. Which is basically now we have vending machines which are obviously dispensing food and beverages. Still, about more than 80% of the vending machines are for food and beverages. But today we are able to cater to diverse use cases. So today we have vending machines supplying stationeries, beauty and personal care products, hygiene products, even loungewear, etc., through our vending machine. So with technology, we have been able to cater to large number of use cases through our vending machines, and that is what our objective is. That we want to take these vending machines at every 500 meter of habitable area in India, and we're looking forward to you all to be part of this vision of ours and get this awesome technology to every nook and corner of the country. We have already seen this disruption happening in other countries like China, Japan, Korea, US, UK, etc., where vending machines are a significant part of the distribution in these countries, right? But that has not happened in India so far. But if I look at like 5 years back, the infrastructure, everything was not there so much for such kind of disruption happening. But today that is very much possible with digital payments becoming a mainstream and cash reducing in the country. Even the mobile networks available in every tier 2, tier 3, and even village level now available. So it has now become easier for vending machine companies to be able to provide this distribution channel in every nook and corner of the country. So we are on a mission that we want to put Daalchini at every 500 meters of habitable area, and we are looking forward to you all to be part of this journey. So the proposition that we have come today is basically, Rahul, if you can allow me to share my screen, I would like to present something. So we are, as I shared, that we started in 2017, and in August of 2024, which is next month, we are completing seven years. And so far, our way of our working has been that all our vending machines are owned by our franchisee partner, which is basically we are an asset-light technology company. So what we want to provide this as an opportunity for you all is that be part of this network by being the owners of these Daalchini smart vending machines. And that is what our 7th anniversary opportunity is also. That we are selling these vending machines and then deploying it at various client locations that we are already present through our network of about 500 plus corporates where we have already deployed these vending machines. That's what our option which we have come in for this call. Before I get on the option or on the proposition that we have come in, I want to give you a little walkthrough of what we are. So like I said, we are a technology company. 100% of our vending machines are cashless in nature. We have developed a smart vending machine, which basically with which you can actually sitting here anywhere, like you can right now also just try webapp.daalchini.co.in. You will be able to see vending machines which are nearby you, like in nearby 50 meters of your radius, whatever vending machines are installed. And the good proposition that we get for the customer is that you can block your product, buy your product on this, reserve the product, and then go on the vending machine in next half an hour and collect it from the vending machine. That proposition has helped us in taking this technology to even the factory areas. So like we have been supplying these vending machines to likes of Reliance, Adani, Tata Motors, Tata Chemicals, ENY, BMW, Samsung, to a lot of these companies and their factories through our solution and digitalizing their entire pantry operations through our vending machines. So maybe for their lunch and dinners, they might be still having mess, but for their entire 6 meals a day proposition, which is whatever in between the meal that people are buying, the workers are buying in these factories are actually buying through Daalchini vending machine. So that's a core technology that we have developed. Again, like I said, it's cashless, but for the worker community, we have also created solution in which they can buy their products from the vending machine just by tapping their ID cards also on the vending machine. So, and we have also created a solution which is multilingual. So today our app is available, the kiosk app is available in about 7 different languages for the consumers in these factories to be able to buy products from the vending machine. That's our proposition for the factories. But yeah, we are also present in hospitals, in colleges, in metro stations, etc., where our proposition is primarily food and beverages and also some of the instant consumable items, which is in personal beauty care and hygiene care products as a proposition. So that's about the gist of our proposition. In terms of, like I said, that about 98% of our vending machines are owned by our franchisee partners. We do about 1.5 million transactions on a monthly basis as we speak, and we have been doubling our numbers in terms of revenue every year. So last year we clocked about 42 crores of revenue, and we are already at a 70 plus crore of run rate as we speak. In terms of market, if you look at the market today, there are a lot of D2C brands which have come up in India, and all of these D2C brands, when they want to go and launch their products in the physical distribution channel, so we become their obvious choice for distribution. So today we have 200 plus brands who are registered on our platform. So if you look at a lot of beverage brands or snacking brands who are anyways deploying these shelves, which is in terms of busy coolers in the country, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, busy coolers, you would have seen at every shop. But if you look at that, these companies actually in other countries like China or Japan do this distribution via vending machines. So hence, when we are launching this as a solution in India, we become an obvious choice for a lot of brands to be part of this distribution channel. And obviously with the technology, which is basically the infrastructure being available, whether it is in terms of the internet availability or whether in terms of the digital payment infrastructure, both are now the reasons that the smart vending machine market is expanding. These are the kind of vending machines we like I said that a large majority of our vending machines are still in the F&B space, but we have been able to launch vending machines in books also, hygiene care, tea, coffee, hot beverages, etc. through our channel. Idea is that anything which can be dispensed through vending machine, we should be able to develop technology for it and should be able to provide that to the brands who want to launch their own distribution using vending machines. The technology backbone obviously helps us do that. So one is that obviously we are automating the vending machine technology, which is for the consumer, but also for the operators who are refilling these vending machines. The kind of technology that we have developed has helped us in bringing the uptime of these vending machines to as high as about 98%. Which is something a benchmark nobody has been able to achieve in the country today. So again, like I said, that since the background of the founders were like that, I myself was the third employee at Paytm, and the QR code solution, etc., that you all use today. I was the product manager, head of products for about good 8 years. And Vidya Bhushan, who's the other co-founder, also comes with was also early employee of Paytm and also has come with a large technology background, and which has helped the organization form a DNA in which we have created solutions which are technology first. So whether for a scaling problem or whether for the consumer user experience problem, we have always created solution. We have always created an option for the consumer which is convenient as well as more scalable in terms of technology. So now coming on to the proposition that we have created for the vending machines. Before coming on to this, I would want to take a step and tell you that how the vending industry works today in our country. There are three sources of revenue in the vending industry. So one is that when you are placing these vending machines, obviously there would be product which gets sold through the vending machine, which is the margins on the products that you are selling. Second is that in the large corporates, especially factories and corporate offices, when you place these vending machines, you make a subscription revenue from those places. And third is the advertisement revenue from these vending machines. Clubbed together is what the the overall revenue from one unit of the vending machine. Now, under our proposition, what we are offering is that when we are placing these vending machines in these corporate offices or factories, hospital, colleges, whatever in earnings that we are making from these vending machines, a portion of that would go to the franchisee who would own these vending machines. So that's what the monthly lease amount they would earn. If they invest in about one vending machine, which is 1.5 lakh rupees, they would make about monthly 4,000 rupees. But depending upon the number of vending machines that they add, which is if they do 4 or they do 5 or more than 25, they can earn as high as 4,600 rupees per month per vending machine for about good 60 months. There is additionally, so one is this, that where the franchisee is just investing into the vending machines opportunity that we have available today through about 500 plus corporates as we speak. The other is that in case the franchisee also brings in their own location, whereby we are able to set up a vending machine, obviously with a caveat that the location is feasible as well as viable for Daalchini. The franchisee makes additional about 3,000 rupees per year for providing this location to us. So XIRR on this vending machine is about 28.47%. Purely if you just do the investment and not provide the location. Additionally, if you also provide the location, then this XIRR even further increases. That's the overall proposition. We also give a flexibility for the franchisee partner that they can exit after 24 months. 24 months is the lock-in period. And if they exit after 24 months, then we would provide at least 17% XIRR on their investment that they would have done on the vending machine, and we would enable them to sell their vending machine to one of our distributors. So that's the overall proposition. We can take up questions now if you have.
So Ken, thanks Prerna for explaining the details. So Ken had said, I didn't understand the break even and ROI. Please explain that with agreement terms. Like, is it related to the vending machine sale where it is installed with regards to investment, or is it on company performance?
So it is related to only and only the vending machine's performance with a minimum guarantee of 4,000 or 4,600, whichever slab you choose your investment. So, like I said, there are three sources of revenue. As per the commission calculation, it is about 30% of the subscription that we are earning, 30% of the advertisement revenue that we are earning, and about 5% of the net margin, but with a minimum guarantee of between 4,000 to 4,600 per month per machine.
Got it. Couple of more questions coming in from Ashish. Who would be responsible for the operations?
Daalchini or Daalchini's distributors. So we have about 74 distributors across the country. And in about 10 cities, we have our own operations. Basically, we operate the vending machines also in those cities. So Daalchini would be responsible for the operations of those vending machines. Currently, the proposition that we are talking about is franchisee owned, company operated. So basically, Daalchini would be responsible for operations.
Cool. One question from my side. I'm aware, but for everyone's benefit, like, could you name some of your top customers, Prerna?
Yeah, so we have Reliance Jamnagar, which was in news for a lot of reasons very recently. We have deployed about 150 plus vending machines over there. They are one of our largest clients. Apart from that, Adani's, so they're in some of their ports like Mundra Port in Singrauli. We have deployed vending machines in their places. Aditya Birla Group is also one of our largest clients, and about 14 plants of theirs, which is Hindalco and Ultratech, they have deployed our vending machines. These are some of the names, but in a gist, more than about 30% of top listed companies in the country today are our clients, including likes of Tata's, Ambani's, Adani's, IBM, TCS, Infosys. These are some of our clients.
Got it. Sounds pretty impressive. Cool. Next question is by Jayvant. What will happen after 60 months?
We would get this vending machine sold to one of our master distributor or any of our basically one of our distributor would buy this vending machine at the residual value. At the pre-decided residual value, the residual value would also be part of the agreement.
So yeah, residual value is part of the last 3 sheets, which is shared in the PDF form with all of you on the group as well as over email. So you can just go through. Yeah,
residual value is shared already.
Yeah. Next question is by Kirti. If Daalchini makes loss for the vending machine, what happens to the investor?
So that's an interesting thing. So what happens in the vending ecosystem is unlike a retail shop where if you make losses, you obviously have little options to recover your losses. In case of vending machines, what we do is that we have a cooling period of 90 days, which is once we deploy the vending machine, within 45 days, more than 94% of our vending machines are able to achieve the benchmark numbers that we are talking about, right? For these remaining 6%, after 45 days, we give another 45 days time period, cooling period, so total 90 days cooling period. If it doesn't revive, so we shift the location to a new location. However, as organization, we for our franchisee partner, even during these 90 days and until we shift the location, we ensure that the monthly guaranteed income is passed on to the franchisee partner.
Got it. Cool, guys. I've also shared the intent form, for who all would like to become Daalchini partners. And yeah, we are still going to take up the other questions. So next question is by Harit. Who will support in finding the locations to install these machines?
So currently, about 50 to 60% of our new locations that we are deploying is coming through inbound, through social media channels, etc. We also have channel partners, and we also have our own sales team who basically get these locations. In case the franchisee partner, which is the one who's investing into the vending machine, also provides us location, they make an extra money for providing the location also.
Yeah, I have myself seen some of their vending machines in co-working spaces in Indranagar in Bangalore. And yeah, I was pretty impressed with the
And
operation.
most of the co-working spaces like 91 Springboard, Coworks, Bluefield, Windows Space, Intu Space, DevX, Red Bricks, etc., you would find our vending machines.
Nice. Cool. Next question is by Anita. What would be the terms of the contract?
So, in a brief, we will obviously send you a draft agreement also. But in a brief, it's a franchisee-owned, company-operated model. It's a standard kind of an agreement that we would do, in which you would be buying these vending machines and providing these vending machines to us. The amount that gets credited to you is basically in form of commission, and on a monthly basis, we would be making that payment.
Next question is by Ankur. Who are the key competitors? I think
The
BB.
competitors in this space would be Vendyman, which is a pretty old company, then Instaco, which is a Videocon company, then BB Instant, which is a company which was bought by Big Basket a few years back. Big24, they bought it and then they rebranded it to Big Basket Instant. These are some of the main competitors in the country. However, there are a lot of companies outside of India which are also, in fact, very recently I've seen that Adanis have also started launching their vending machines at airports, etc., under Adani Digital Labs.
Cool. Next question is by Dinesh. I think the answer to that is on the screen. What is the minimum investment required and what is the lock-in period? I guess the payout is monthly. So Dinesh, it starts at 1.5 lakhs per vending machine. Minimum is 1 unit. Returns go higher on, hitting 5 units or 25 units. And payout is monthly, which is also visible on the screen. The monthly lease is what the monthly rental here is. And yeah, the tenure like visible on the screen is 5 years, but with an exit option after 24 months, which is in the right side of the display. Cool. Next question is by Pranay. For franchisee owned company operated model is 1.5 lakh investment per machine or overall franchisee fee?
It's per machine, everything inclusive, including GST, everything.
Got it.
Just to like emphasize one thing, 1.5 lakh includes about 18% GST.
Sure. Next question is by Ken. Is this model of investment implemented earlier? And if yes, what has been the response and returns?
Yeah, so about, like I mentioned, 98% of our vending machines are franchisee owned. Out of about more than about 60-63% are on this model only, which is franchisee owned, company operated. We have a lot of ultra HNIs and even some of the IT leasing companies, etc., who have been part of this particular proposition.
Interesting. Next question is by Ankur. Do you pay returns post TDS?
So there would be a TDS deduction for whatever is the amount that would be the calculated amount minus about, because it's paid in form of commission. So TDS would be applicable. But you would be provided your Form 16 on a quarterly basis.
Next question is by Suresh. The minimum returns is based on the sales of the items in the vending machine, or the investors will be getting irrespective of the sales?
Irrespective of, this is the minimum guarantee that we are providing. See, we have like I said, that we have about 2,000 plus vending machines, and on an average, our rental to the corporate is about like even the likes of Reliance, etc., they pay us monthly about 5,500 rupees per device. So that is at least minimum that we make. So hence we pass on a part of it to our franchisee partners.
Next question is by Nitin. Criteria on onboarding brands and what is the maths behind what works where?
Okay, so there are generally what we do is that when obviously, though this particular question may not be very relevant over here, but because you have asked, For a D2C brand, new D2C brand, generally we try them out at about 50 vending machines, and we take a fixed fee for them for advertising or listing their products on our vending machine. If the returns are good, like we are able to see the uptake or shelf time of the product being good, then we extend that to two or more cohorts in the same city, and then take them to more cities as per the availability or as per the brand's ability to provide their products in different pieces of that.
Next question, next query is by Ken. Based on the calculation shared of 4,000 per month, the break even comes to 3.5 years.
Yeah, you're right. So that's because that is why the XIRR is about 28.47% for 25 machines, and about you're right. But then overall, if you look at 60 months, the XIRR comes at 21 to 28.47%, depending on the number of vending machines you have invested in.
So yeah, Ken, typically XIRR is calculated basis the entire tenure rather than a specific duration in the middle. So that's the reason where post the exit you also get residual value, which is a lump sum, and yeah, both the exit value and the monthly rentals are computed in the XIRR calculation. And yeah, if you are providing some connection towards the deciding the location of the vending machine to be installed, like your office or some co-working space or your any relative or friend's office, etc., you also get additional benefit on top of the XIRR. Cool. Next question is by Jayvant. Our investment will be used for. So this is towards procurement of vending machines, but yeah, I'll help Prerna clarify if anything else.
So, vending machine, basically, when we have to set up a unit, there are three things required: the investment into the vending machine, the finding the location, and also setting up the distribution channel or the delivery boys for that set of vending machine. That is overall the franchisee fee and the asset being bought under that. Large part of it is actually going into the asset only, because we are already available in about 60 plus cities. So this investment actually goes towards the buying of the vending machine.
Got it. Next question is by Shri Krishnan. What will be the role of an investor investing in a vending machine other than the investment? And what is the minimum number of vending machines that an investor has to go for?
So 1, 5, and 25, you can go for one vending machine in which you make about 21.93%. You can go for 5 vending machines where you make about 24.70%, or you can go for 25 machines, which is 28.47%. Each vending machine costs about 1.5 lakh rupees. And the only thing that you have to do among the three things required to set up a vending machine, which is the investment, the location, and the last mile distribution, you only have to provide your investment for buying the asset. In case you provide the location also, we would do our own recce. We have a process of onboarding a new location. If that location gets selected, then you make an additional money for providing that location to us. Otherwise, you can just do investment also.
Cool. Hope that clarifies, Shri. Next question is, when is saying I see it at Red Bricks, Hyderabad. Pratibha is saying maximum how many vending machines can you handle? Okay.
So today we have 2,000 plus vending machines. We have been adding about 70 to 100 vending machines on a monthly, 70 to 100 new locations on a monthly basis as we speak. Like I said, we are already present in about 60 plus cities with about 75 plus distributors of ours, and in 10 cities we have our own operation. So in these cities, as of now, we don't see any limitation. In NCR region, if I talk about, we have 500 plus vending machines in NCR alone. And we see, because obviously we had launched through NCR in 2018, but we expect the same numbers to go in other cities also.
Got it. Next question is by Krishna Kumar. How many employees in a company would be ideal for deployment of this vending machine?
In a factory, if there are 500 workers. In a corporate office, if there are 250 people. So that is the ideal number. In a hospital or a college, it depends on the number of beds. So in a hospital, if it's a 100 plus bed hospital, then also it's a good location. In a college, if it's a 500 plus students, it's a good location. In large colleges, we can even deploy multiple units.
Got it. Kiran is saying, so for one vending machine investment, the net income is 4,000 into 60, which is 2.4 lakh plus 15,000, which is 2 lakh 55,000 in 5 years. Kiran, yes, that is correct, but only the 4,000 rupees of the last month is what comes in the 60th month. Rest of the 59 months, you get monthly returns, which can be reinvested in other forms of investment, or whenever you wish to do another machine. So yeah.
A lot of the investors or the franchisees who have already taken vending machines of ours, they generally connect their SIPs with our vending machine, their SIP accounts with our vending machines, with the auto suite. So that helps us even get much better returns. So yeah, so whatever you invest 1.5 lakhs today, but you get 4,000 rupees for 60 months, which you can reinvest. So if you look at overall, the XIRR is pretty high.
Got it. Ken has an interesting question. How do we as a partner come to know the actual sale of the vending machine where we have invested?
So you would get a dashboard, an online link would be provided where you can see that you can log in over there with your email ID that you would have registered with us. And there you can see the live location of the vending machine and their monthly sales.
Next question is by Kush. Do you have your own team to manage stocks and refills?
Yeah, so we have a team of about 60 plus members in our organization, and we have about 200 plus delivery partners who would on a day-to-day basis refill the vending machines for the cities where we have our own operation. Along with that, we also have about 74 plus distributors.
Got it. Next question is an interesting one by Ankur. Are you raising funds from angel investors?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. We have raised funds from Artha Venture Funds and Unicorn India Ventures and VSS Investco and Ajay Call in past. We also have some of the angel investors on our cap table. But yeah, like we raised in total, we have raised about 4 million overall, and the company has been profitable from last 5 months.
Got it, Ankur. So whenever they are raising next, we'll surely, onboard them for a raise as well. So yeah, right now the focus is more on asset-based financing. Next question is by Kirti. What if Daalchini makes delay in making payments?
Uh, we would basically sign up obviously a contract with you guys with the dates of making such payments, and the process has been largely automated where we send you an automated draft invoice, you send us the signed copy, and we make payment on a particular date of it, right? And obviously the reason where we are coming through this proposition is after doing this for good about 2,000 plus vending machines.
Got it. Next question is by Ram. 1.5 lakh is for one vending machine and minimum has to be 1.5 into 25. Is it right? No, Ram, like we shared the screen, like current screen shows, minimum starts from as low as one machine, which is 1.5 lakhs, which is close to 22% of return XIRR. And as you go towards five machines, it moves towards 24.7, and 25 machines is upwards of 28.5%. So yeah, but minimum starts at one machine, and that's part of the intent form, which I've already shared a couple of times in the chat. Cool. Next question is by Ashish. What about safety of the machines?
So in the agreement, we have also covered that Daalchini would on your behalf, because you own the asset, right? Daalchini on your behalf would get these vending machines maintained, owned, repaired, insured at all times. In all the locations that we keep our vending machines, we basically sign up a contract with the corporate or the place owner or the factory, etc., to keep these vending machines under CCTV footage also.
Cool. I think I lost which question was I? Okay, next question is by Kush. Are machines indigenous or imported? How does breakdown of the machine work? And who is responsible in the contract that you'll float?
So, answering one by one, these vending machines are contract manufactured both in India and in China as we speak. The IoT device has been in-house developed, 100% indigenously developed. The entire design and the IP of that design lies with Daalchini. So hence we are able to get these vending machines developed in India also. What was the second question, Rohan? Because I'm not able to see indigenously developed and
Yeah, I'm just scrolling back up as well. How does the breakdown of the machine work?
okay, so every 50 vending machine, we have a on-ground operator who's in charge of repairing the vending machine. The vending machines are connected to our cloud all the time, and at every 10 minutes, they send their health vitals to our IoT cloud, with which we are able to predict any malfunction into the vending machine, and then the operator goes to the vending machine to repair.
And the third one was who is responsible in the contract that you will float?
We are responsible as per contract also, like I said, that repair, maintenance and insurance of that vending machine is Daalchini's responsibility. We have covered that in the agreement also.
Cool. Next question is what's the profit margin and what's the sharing between you and us?
Okay, so the profit margin on a vending machines, so there are three parts to it. Like I said, there are three sources of revenue: advertisement revenue, the subscription revenue, and the sales margin on the sale of product. The sales margin on the sale of product is anywhere between 22% to 28% in general. The advertisement income currently varies between 500 rupees to about 2000 rupees per vending machine per month, and the subscription income varies from 4000 rupees to about 9000 rupees per month per vending machine. If you look at club all of this, the gross margin is about between 37% to about 43%.
Got it. Next question is by Manoj. Is the investment returned after the tenure of 5 years? So Manoj, residual value displayed on the screen is what is returned after 5 years. And that exit amount is also part of the XIRR calculations that you see in the screen shared. Next question is by Prosenjit. Is there an option to get the vending machines even when I don't have any location in mind? Yes, that is possible, like we covered. What happens to the sale of products from the vending machines? After 60 months, what amount do I get back per vending machine? 15K or nothing? It is 15,000, which is the residual value displayed on the screen. I think the mid question you can answer, Prerna. What happens to the sale of products from the vending machines?
Sale of product, all our vending machines are cashless in nature. So the consumer pays using payment gateway, UPI, credit card, debit card. 45 different payment options are available on our vending machines, and then sales proceed comes to our escrow account. Um, yeah, so that is how it happens. The vending machine dispenses the product to the customer immediately.
Next question is by
The
Pranay.
question wrote, right?
Yeah. Next question is by Pranay. Is the contract renewable after 5 years? And is it the contract upgradable from one machine to multiple machines in middle?
So contract is upgradable from one machine to multiple machines. Uh, Renewal after 5 years is also possible, but obviously that time the best value of the new asset, etc., has to be. We cannot preempt the new value of the asset after 5 years. So cannot say about that at this point in time. The contract remains the same whether it is one machine, 5 machines, or 25 machines. Only the annexure which has the commercials, only that changes if we sign up for it.
The next question is by Pawan. Can I get 1.5 lakh back after 5 years?
So that actually increases the XIRR to many fold. So because it's an asset which will have a depreciated which will depreciate over a period of time, and hence the residual value is what you would get after 5 years.
Yeah, Pawan, just giving a similar analogy that suppose you buy the iPhone 15, for say a similar amount. Think of it, what is the value of it after 5 years? So yeah, that's the residual value which is given in addition to the monthly rentals that you are getting. For any specific one who is looking for a marginally higher residual value, there is a way to facilitate that, but the XIRR would remain the same. Your rentals would go down. So if anyone is interested in a higher exit amount after 5 years, but lower rentals, you can drop me a note. I will see in touch. I'll be in touch with Prerna and see if we can facilitate that. But the XIRR would remain the same. So just heads up on that. Dr. Sanjay has the next question. If we don't provide the location, will we be informed where the vending machine will be set up?
Yeah, you'll be informed. You'll be issued a letter and a login with which you'll be able to see where the vending machine's location is and their monthly sales is.
Interesting. So next question is by Puneet. How much rent does principal or location owner take?
In general, there are two kinds of location. One is the kind of location who could give us rental or pay us a subscription money. Workplaces, factories, co-working spaces, etc., they would pay us a subscription amount. And in case of public places, you would charge the subscription amount to the consumer, which is, for example, they're buying anything below 100, so they have to pay 1 rupee or 2 rupees. So subscription is only charged, not paid. In case of public places, it varies. Per square foot rate varies from every mall to every metro station, etc.
Right. A lot of folks here on the call have already filled the intent form because this is much safer asset compared to equity because of the fixed rentals, which is almost 4 times the amount provided in typical FDs. So yeah, those who want to fill it, I've shared it 3 times already in the chat. But yeah, there are a lot of questions, so it is getting lost. I will share it once in 10 minutes. So next question is by Dr. Sanjay. Can the monthly revenue of the vending machine we will be investing be shared? So what I understand that there is minimum 4,000, but there is a possibility of higher income too.
There is a possibility of higher income too if the sales of a particular location is substantially higher. That is why the sales amount of that location is shared. Everything which is basically the monthly subscription is generally a fixed amount. Once we sign up with that corporate, it gets fixed, and the what changes is basically the sales or the sales margin of that location.
Next question is by Jayvant again. After 60 months, if I want to continue, what will be the process? Will we have to pay for the vending machine again?
So this particular vending machine that you are investing now would obviously will have to go into refurbishment, etc. And obviously, depending upon the assets performance, depending upon that, this can be refurbished. As of now, for this investment, this basically is for 60 months, and the 61st month you get the residual amount of that vending machine. But in case you continue as our franchisee partner, we will be obviously providing more and more locations to you all also to be able to invest into the assets.
Next question is by Ken. What is the last 3 years PAT and EBITDA of the company?
Last year's revenue was 42 crores, and last year's EBITDA was about minus 3 crores, which is about minus 7%.
And how is the current year?
Last quarter was plus 2%, but overall, if we talk about like I mentioned, almost 5 months, we have been EBITDA positive.
Next question is by Shri. Who is responsible for selecting a location for the installation, investor or Daalchini? So Shri, there are both options. The default one is Daalchini. And if you provide a location, then if that is selected, then you also get additional benefit, which you can see in the top right section of the screen shared. I mean, middle of right section rather than top right. What are the criteria for selection of a vending machine location?
So location is selected on 3 aspects: the footfall of that location, any other option available in that location for F&B, because mostly we'll be deploying this vending machines for F&B. And also the third would be the commercial, that the willingness of paying the commercials or the subscription amount of that location fund. So technical feasibility, commercial feasibility is what we look at when we are onboarding a particular location. Yeah, we have this question on any location in Bangalore. Yes, we have 200 plus vending machines in Bangalore. Most of the co-working spaces like 91 Springboard, you can visit any one of them. We are already present.
Question by Dr. Sanjay. If at a later date I plan to invest in more machines, is it possible? So yeah, that is already clarified, Dr. Sanjay. Yes, it's possible. But if yes, will the investment remain the same?
So as of now, this is part of the 7th anniversary offer only that we are providing this particular investment. That is also limited to about 390 vending machines, which would be sold till end of August through this 7th anniversary offer. In general, like for example, for one vending machine, right now we are giving 21.93%. Our existing partners make about 18 to 19% XIRR on one single vending machine. People who invest in more than 5 vending machines, they make about 22%, and people who invest more than 25 vending machines, they get about 24.7%. So basically, one slab, we have reduced one slab, or I would say rather increase the XIRR of one step for the 7th anniversary offer. So yes, you will be able to invest, but the XIRR available at that point in time, or the monthly minimum guarantees available for that point in time, that would slightly vary.
Got it. So yeah, I think close to next 3.5 weeks is when the extended XIRR is available as part of the 7th anniversary offer. Raja's next question is, what is the subscription revenue meaning of subscription revenue basically?
Subscription revenue is a fixed revenue that we make from a particular location. That fixed fee is charged to the corporate. So our B2B clients, like I said, includes likes of Reliance, Adani, Ambani, Dalco, etc. So these corporates, when we would place these vending machines at their factories or at their corporate offices, they pay us a fixed monthly subscription for deploying these vending machines at their offices.
Got it. Next question is again by Dr. Sanjay. What is the revenue sharing with the establishment where the vending machine is placed?
The revenue share with the establishment is generally not there. We are providing a service to them. So they are paying us a subscription. That is mostly there with more than 70-80% of our location, which is the corporates and factories and co-working spaces. That's the arrangement. However, yes, in case of hospitals and colleges, we end up making payment for the rent, which is on a per square foot basis mostly.
Next question is by Harsh. The 1.5 lakh is for what type of vending machines? As in slides, there were different types shown.
So it is we call it as DC04 Elite model, which has about 48 coils or about 48 different products being placed inside the vending machine, depending upon the size of the product. That is our standard model for which we are seeking this investment.
Pranay's question is, how are the expiry date of the items managed?
So the entire solution has been fully automated. Just to give you a perspective, that we sold about 500,000 samosa, kachori, bhajia in just one state of Gujarat in last 150 days through our vending machines. Now, how do we control the expiry and everything of these vending machines? Every batch of product which goes into the vending machine comes with an expiry date or expiry date and time. So for example, I'm refilling the product today morning, say 8 a.m. and the product would get expired in say tomorrow morning 8 a.m. So automatically tomorrow morning 8 a.m. the product would not be available for the consumer to buy from the vending machine. And our delivery personnel, we call them distribution force, then when they reach in the morning to refill the vending machine again, on our partner app, the app they use for refilling, they would get a notification that they have to pick up these products from the vending machine, remove those products from the vending machine, and return it back to the nearest warehouse. So that's how the expiry of the fresh food is managed. For fresh food, we have created a lot of technology because, like I said, that we are a pioneer in fresh food vending machine. So how do we keep the temperature of the vending machine controlled? That's also is something that technology that we have developed over a period of time. We have also created a prediction-based engine, which we call it as OFT, Order for Tomorrow, which predicts that the expiry of the products reduced. So basically, it would predict that how much we should refill in the vending machine so that there is least expiry of product based on different parameters of that vending machine. I hope I'm able to answer your question on how do we manage expiry of products.
Yeah, please ping Prerna if you don't have a clear clarity yet. Anyone who wishes to, oh yeah, he's given a thumbs up. Anyone who wishes to also speak, do raise your hand. Will also allow you to unmute. Next question is by Brijesh. What will be the residual value if we exit after 24 months?
So it would be calculated on the month that you exit, ensuring that you get an XIRR of about 70%, and based on the number of vending machines that you have for exiting.
Cool. Next question is by Santosh. What are the associated risk for investors in case there is a shortfall in revenue from the vending machines? Will there be chances of default in payment of monthly amounts?
Like I said, that this is the minimum guarantee that we are providing in terms of to our partners, which is about the minimum guarantee that we are providing currently is about 40% of the average net revenue earned from all our vending machines in last 6 months.
Cool. His follow-up question is, if we invest now, when will the lease rental payments start?
So 15 days is a cooling period. So the cycle starts from, so for example, you invest on say 15th of July, then your vending machine would be placed from 1st of August. You will raise the invoice on 31st or basically 1st of September, and then in next 10 days, which is by 10 September, you would get the first payment, which would be for. So the period actually starts from 15 days onward itself.
The deployment of the machine starts 15 days onwards, and a month after that is when the monthly rentals, I think. Cool. Ken has a different question. Is there an option to just be a channel partner to find location for Daalchini, and what revenue model can be worked for that?
So we can definitely have a word on it. We do have some channel partners as we speak. About 20% of our vending machines come through channel partners or such investors who invest as well as become our channel partner also. Yeah, we can discuss about it. But as of now, it's not that, like, most of the people who are our channel partners eventually end up or basically start with investing into maybe 5 machines, and then they also eventually provide more and more locations also.
Right. So yeah, Ken, do drop me a note. We'll try to connect you and get you the answers. Ankur, how can we become master franchisee for a city?
So yes, we do have another model which we called as franchisee owned, franchisee operated, especially in tier 2 cities. We have provided master franchises in Lucknow, Kanpur, Indore, and to some more cities. And yeah, Rohan, if you can connect them, we'll explain them again. On the master franchisee also is basically the last mile operations. So we provide them the technology for doing the last mile operations, which is the partner app, everything, managing their delivery boys, etc. And then in that case, the partner becomes even the master franchisee. Obviously, the returns there are much higher because the partner is also doing the last mile operations.
Yeah, Ankur and
it also involves somebody's, like, for this particular proposition, which is franchisee-owned, company-operated, it's limited time required for you for the person who's investing into the asset, right? But in case you do franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model, there obviously there is a larger time required or resources required from the partners at once.
So Ankur or anyone else who wishes to explore that option, do drop me a message and we'll get the answers for you. Next question is by Prosenjit. For the location option, do I share recommendations and then Daalchini team approaches them for the approvals, or am I responsible for setting everything up for the machines to be installed?
So we would obviously align somebody from our team who would handle you in terms of what the deck, etc., or the proposition to be sent, the brochures to be sent, etc. And we will also align our technical recce team who would do the technical verification of that location in terms of viability of that location, etc. But commercial, etc., is something that we look forward to from the partner side, that they help us close with that location.
Cool. His next question is, what percentage of the product sales come into my pocket?
So about 5% of the margins, net margins from the sales comes to. So this entire 4,000 amount is calculated, 4,000 or 4,600 is calculated based on these three things. There are slabs that we have created based on which you would get the overall number. We share that calculation also. But in all cases, the minimum guarantee is something the partner always gets.
Cool. We have a few more questions. Raja is asking, what is the viable rental rate per square feet based on your experience, if we can pay for a private place or an average sales?
So the rates actually is dependent on the sales that we are expecting from that location. In general, when we are doing technical and commercial recce for that location, then we are able to find out, and then obviously we reassess that every 45 days to continue to see that if that assumptions that we had taken initially are going in the correct direction.
Cool. Next couple of questions is by Satyam. Do you have any specific information about how vending machines depreciate over time? This would help in calculating the residual value. I would like to understand how much residual value previous investors have received for their machines, so I can get a perspective on what to expect for a 1.5 lakh investment.
So we are doing a straight line depreciation, and that is why the residual value that we have is already calculated and provided to you initially itself.
And he's saying, if the residual value is 50% after 6 months, will it affect the net returns invested versus value as monthly payout plus residual amount?
So the way we are doing this entire program, or the franchisee owned company operated program, where you get this revenue as commission, right? I don't think so there is any impact on the residual value, because that is why we are providing that residual value upfront, that this would be provided after the end of the tenure.
Next question is by Anil. Will the machine be in the name of the company or investor?
Investor, because we are selling it to you.
So next question is, will you be giving PDC for minimum guarantee per month?
As of now, no. We have not given that PDC, or none of our franchisees have ever asked for a kind of a PDC. But definitely we'll be signing up a contract with you all, whosoever is investing into the.
The next question is by Kalpana. I think Kalpana, the exact same question has been covered. So yes, the rudimentary way to look at it is the one that you have shown, yes, but only 4,000 rupees out of that is coming in the 60th month. You are getting 4,000 rupees payouts right from the first month to 59th month, which you can reinvest in another investment of your choice. So that's how the computation of XIRR is done. iPhone is saying, I'm interested in franchisee model. So this is for franchisee owned company operated model, and we've shared the intent form. I will share it one last time in the chat again since we are done with all the questions. Anyone who wishes to be a Daalchini partner, right from one machine till upwards of 25 machines, the form is shared. You can fill it out, and then you'll be getting an email from the company with next steps. And yeah, if you still have more questions or want to connect with Prerna, do drop me a message. I would look to facilitate that. And Rahul is asking, vending machine will be insured by you?
Yeah. Yes, it will be.
Cool. That's good to know. So I'll allow people to unmute as a last retort if anyone wants to, unmute. Anyone can unmute now and ask the last set of questions before we wind up.
Hi, Prerna. Sorry, I missed the earlier part. What about the master franchise? How would we work on that, Rohan?
So she said that, like master franchisee, we will cover separately. So you can drop me a message or email, whatever, and I will be, facilitating that discussion for you.
All right. Thank you.
Anil is saying, if interested, when will we be meeting? Interested in what, Anil? Is it just the vending machine one investment, or is it more like some other form of investment you're looking at? If it's for the vending machine investment, you can just fill the form, and in the next week or so, the Daalchini team will be reaching out to you with next steps. Cool. I think we've taken up all questions. Okay, there's one more from Santosh in the chat now. Is there an option to exit after some months? So yes, Santosh, like we covered, after 2 years, there are exit options provided. Will the investors get back their money deducting the depreciation? So yes, there will be some, obviously, for 5 years, the residual value was shown on the screen. But earlier than that, I think it is subject to the condition of the machine and I think the reseller. So yeah, Prerna, if you want to shed some.
On if you exit after 24 months, then in the months that you were exiting, based on that, with the insurity that you would get at least 70% XIRR, the depreciated value would be paid back to you.
Anil is saying was late in the meeting. Can we have a recording to go over it again? Yes, Anil, this meeting is being recorded. So within an hour after completion of the meeting, I will be sharing the recording with everyone as well. Cool. With that, we've taken up all the questions in the chat or people had. So yeah, thanks a lot, Prerna, for taking the time out and explaining to the folks here from my syndicate about Daalchini and how they can be partners. And thank you, folks, for taking time out on a Sunday afternoon. Appreciate it. And yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Happy to connect with you all after this call once Rohan makes it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, as a one-line conclusion, I would say do diversify some of your investments here as it's up to 4 times returns of what a FD does. So yeah, this is more like a fixed returns kind of a thing since minimum guarantee is provided. So yeah, less riskier asset class because it's a vending machine and it's installed in offices where there is daily consumption. Yeah, with that, we'll wind up and we'll share the recording shortly with all of you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.